Adrega is a fully fledged project management tool and can handle most of your needs for project management. Still, some users prefer other excellent tools like Primavera P6, but still feel it comes a little short when it comes to reporting. And this is where we can help you out as well. Let's take a look. The first step we need to think about is exporting your project from Primavera. Select your project, then go to File, Export. Then we need the XML format. I press Next. If you have baselines, you can select that. I press Next. You take a note of the path. We don't export it compressed, even though it's called zip. It's not exported as zip. But yeah, I can replace this. And then after a short while, the file is exported and we're ready to import it into Adrega. Okay, so now I will log into my Adrega application. Now that you have your file, we will take a look at how you can import it into Adrega. But first, before we start taking a look at how to get there, let's take a look at where we want to get. This is the Adrega dashboard. It's where a nice place to display all your monthly reports. We have a lot of different kinds of charts, like pie charts and curves, of course, stacked histograms, different kinds of tabular reports, bubble charts. We can combine histograms and curves, and of course we have Gantt reports. Yeah, trend reports. You can change things like headers and footers, colors, and so on. You can also, if you want to look at or focus on some particular data, you can easily interact with them and turn off some data that you don't want included in this chart, and so on. You can change the setup. Instead of having 3 columns, I will have 2. Of course, you can collapse and expand like this. And if you want, we can freeze some columns, so you can focus on having descriptions in focus while you look at the data. It's very useful. And of course, the dashboard is very useful if you just want to display the reports directly in the browser. But if you need to print out your reports in, let's say, PDF or Excel, you can do that as well. We have some buttons on top here where you can print out everything, or you can print out each individual report. So let's take a look at that. The result of the PDF reports. Very nice like this, and you can configure headers and footers and so on. Okay, so now let's take a look at how we can import the project. I will go to the planning module. I have some other modules here as well. Reporting we will take a look at later, and administration is where I can set up users and so on. Let me see. Okay, so I will create a new project here. And this module, planning module, this is where we do most of the project management tasks in Adrega. For users that only use Primavera P6, the only thing you use this module for is simply import and update projects and delete them if you like to. You can actually do import and update in reporting directly, and then you only need this page for deleting them. But yeah, it's let's take a look. First, I have open from file, or I can use quick import. I will use quick import right now to import my project, and the reason for that is it's a functionality where I can import very easily without lots of different options. Make it very simple. Let me pick this project. Okay. So just a very simple, this project also includes baseline data. I can import planned as baseline and original, but this particular file I actually have baseline included. Also, if there may be more projects in the list, so it will pick the first one, but if you want a different one, if you have many projects in your file, then you can choose that here. So I will just start run import, and it starts the process. So it takes a little while, and after that, we will look at how to update the projects if you have data later. And if like this project, you have lots of financial period data saved, then we get correct curves for every period. If you don't have financial period saved, we will only pick up the last financial period and save it. But on update, we will automatically create new status dates, as it's called in Adrega, financial periods, and we will start making curves from the point where you started using Adrega. So here's a project. It's okay. Now I can start creating reports and so on. But let me first take a look at how we can update this project. So I select the project, and this time I use open from file. And let me update the project instead of creating a new one, like this. This time I select a different project, like this one. It's actually the same project, but with different data. Open. Yep. So here you can see I have a little more options. So you can change some options with this functionality. Uh, I'm happy with everything. I don't want to update baselines or anything. But I want to show you this functionality because, as I told you, if the project has multiple financial periods, um, then we keep historic records of all the old financial periods. And actually, if I just update the project, it will create a new status date on import, but I can also here choose to update an old one. If I have some data that needs to be updated for an old financial period, so I can easily do that as well. But for this, I just want to get the new data. So like this, next, and update is in progress. So now it will spend some time updating all the data, and I get a new uh, status period for this project. So once the project is done importing, let's take a look at the main reason why we are probably here. Let's look at the reporting module. So I press reporting, and the reporting module is split into three parts. It's projects, report bundles, and templates. You have an overview of all your available projects to the left, and to the right you have an overview of all the available report templates. So let's show level 1, and then I collapse and I can see a grouping of all the different report types. Makes it a little bit easier to get a good overview. I select the project, and let's say I want to print out, yeah, let's do this, and then I have an S-curve and maybe a pie chart. Select my project or projects if I want multiple, and I press run. I get some settings. You can define the default settings in the templates themselves, or you can override. What's interesting here is that now I can override and set, for instance, current start to current finish. I can set things like, let's say, status date. Then the report would automatically update to status date. I can add things like, let's say I want to start, let's say, status date minus 4 months, for instance. So you can tweak this any way you like, and it will automatically update. It's very useful. And let's say, let me set that back to current date, set it back to, or current start to current Finish, and let's take out a PDF report. Okay, and once it's done generating, let's see, I can open up this, and there you go. So now I have a good report in just a couple of clicks. Okay, now let's take a quick look at templates. This is where you create your new reports if you don't like the one that are already configured for you. You can, for instance, add a new template like this, and you have a good overview of all the different kinds of report we have. Each report you can open, and you get a report wizard where you can define things like the different fields you want to report on. Let's just pick some. You can change the colors and so on. Filtering, where you add filters if you want that. Formatting, what kind of report you want, monthly and weekly or so on. Labels. You can change headers and footers. You can add images and so on. And finally, give it a name and save it. I won't do that now. Let's not spend too much time on templates. There are individual reports for that. Now I want to look at report bundles. And what a report bundle is a little unique to Adrega. So let's take a look at how you can create a bundle to explain what it is. Let's add a new bundle. So a bundle is actually where you select the project you need to create reports for. We just have this one, but you can add multiple projects. We also have very interesting functionality, like let's say you add filters, all a filter for projects starting with MFG, and I can apply the current filter for the selection, meaning that all projects that start with MFG is automatically selected. Very useful if you want to create a report that is automatically updated once you add new projects to your portfolio. So I will just create a bundle with this one. Let's find some good reports as well. I will just find some. Let's try. This one is what it was the same as we used in the other example, and let's select. Let's do a bubble chart. Maybe we want a Gantt chart. User tracking view. Yeah, let's try this one. And finally, do we have a histogram report here? Maybe. Yes. Let's do load and capacity report. Capacity versus allocation. Let's see. Demo test bundle. So I give it a name. Here you can also override the individual timescale settings if you want that. That makes the bundle override everything you have set up in each individual report. Often you don't want that. If you have given some effort into your reports, then each one is probably already configured correctly. I set up PDF as a default printout for this bundle. I can select to run through all projects. If you select these options, then if you have multiple projects in your bundle, you will get a set of reports for each and every project. You can also choose to summarize all of them. If I don't select this, it will automatically just summarize everything. I only have one project, so that's okay. If you want to view the bundle in dashboard, like we did at the start of this tutorial, then make sure this is clicked. I can also add auto reload report data, which is useful if you want to always have the latest data. I often like not to check this because then I can choose specifically to pull new data. Maybe I don't want the latest data for that is added to the projects, for instance. So let's just finish this one. And now let's find my, what did I call it? It's probably this one. Yeah, it seems like this one. So I run the bundle. Now I can override the settings once more if I want. And you, there, now it's generated, and I get a good overview of my different reports. However, notice that I only have 2 reports in this bundle. The reason for that is that in this bundle I included 2 extra reports, a Gantt report and a bubble chart. And these reports are only available Gantt via its own PDF printing module, and the bubble chart is only available in dashboard. So let me take a look at the dashboard. So I go back here, and since I checked out in the report bundle that I wanted it to be available in dashboard, now I can, in addition to this default bundle that I started with, I also have my demo test bundle available here. So here you can actually see all the different reports. And if I want a print of the Gantt, I can always use this to print out a report. So we do have a print of the Gantt, but you actually need to use the built-in PDF print module for Gantt. And here we go. So that's all I had for you in this Adrega P6 demonstration video. I hope you liked it. Feel free to contact us. You can do that via adrega.com, where you can also find additional content, information about our product, and so on. Hope to see you again soon.